Greetings, internet drinking buddies. My name is Link, the show's name is Tubbin and Chugging, and on this episode, I'll be imbibing 3 different things. Welcome back to the tub, everybody. It is the middle of 2024, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to do a little check-in video here on some of the things I haven't yet tried this year. I know some of you have been requesting it. There's a few of you out there, so for those of you that are, I appreciate it. We got 3 things here, so let's go ahead and take a look at them one by one and see how they fare. First up here is Esme Gin. This was actually given to me probably like 2 Christmases ago, so I kind of found this one as I was doing some cleanup notes. This is a French gin. Looking at the pricing on it, it seems to be around the neighborhood of an aviation that we've had here before. You might be thinking like, French gin? Isn't that like an English thing? Typically, definitely. The colonies also do it pretty well. We've had some Canadian and American ones on here before. But I will say, one of the most well-known vodkas in the world, Grey Goose, is also French. So the French seem to know a thing or two about their alcohol in general. Looking for some botanical notes, as it says on the glass. Let's go ahead and pour it into the only French shot glass I have, the Patty here, and see how it tastes. Forgot how to say cheers in French, so à la vôtre. Vôtre? Or vôtre? Unclear. It's definitely botanical. A little lingering on the tongue for what it is. Not too much in the throat, which is nice. Heavy juniper. Really overpowering any of the other stuff though. But again, a gin drinker's gin is my sort of initial first impression, and you know me, so really isn't trying to hide the fact that it's heavy on the botanicals. A London dry gin style gin, to be sure. Heavy sort of juniper taste. Lingers on the tongue. Again, doesn't stay in the back of your throat for too long, but I can dig it. It's definitely different in the sense where I called out the price comparison to aviation. That's definitely going for a different thing than this. This is much more of a, like, just given the French nature of it, I'd say it's sort of an ode to what a gin could be, a gin should be, a traditional style of that, and I think they've done a very good job of hitting that kind of note. Let's take the rest of it as a gulp and see how it tastes that way. A little heavier overall. You don't really get the subtlety of the juniper in it as much when you gulp it. So definitely be sipping on this one. I think it'll definitely bring out the flavor of a classic gin cocktail very, very well. Martini would go very well with this. Gin and tonic, depending on the kind of tonic that you like for it, it might be a little too overpowering, but just as an overall example of what gin is, I think the French did a good job on this one. Good job, Esme. Let's move right along now to the Don Q Pina. This is a Puerto Rican rum with pineapple flavorings, coming in at 30%. Difficult to get pricing info on this guy, just given I think this was actually obtained for me in Puerto Rico. So very cool with that regard. But as you can see, it's definitely got this sort of Puerto Rican angle to it all with how they just sort of talk about their family legacy, where it's grown, using those flavors, that kind of thing. So, I mean, difficult to get, again, a good sort of range on price. Probably much more expensive to import, that kind of thing. But I like rum, I like pineapple. So we're going to pour it into our little Hawaii shot glass here. And so let's just kind of see how it goes. We're just going to go for the standard cheers on this one, I think. I can't tell if that's bad or good. It's strong, hence the tongue reaction. I wasn't prepared for it to be as sweet kind of tasting with the pineapple. Let's try that again. This is maybe another textbook like Runts pineapple. Not real pineapple, but like ChatGPT's idea of what a pineapple is. It's just kind of fake tasting is the word I would use for it. I'm so sort of brought into the pineapple-ness of it that I've kind of forgotten that it's a rum. So this sip, we're going to focus on the rum part of it and see if we can get a taste on that. If it is a 30% sort of runts tasting pineapple, that's not bad. But I was kind of hoping it would just be like a good rum first and then pineapple. Seems to be the other way around. But let's look for the rum this time. It's like kind of there. We'll do the gulp at the end and see if that really gets it. But again, for me at least, for my taste, up front and center is just this heavy fake pineapple taste that kind of distracts you the entire time you're drinking. So I don't know necessarily if I like that or not. Let's do the gulp and see if this would be a fashionable shooter type thing as opposed to something you would put in a cocktail or just a sipper or something like that. There's a little bit of a rum burn as you do it as a gulp, but it's not overpowering. Again, the pineapple is just so front and center the whole time, the air quotes, pineapple. I think this has its place as a, like, ooh, let's do shots, but I don't like alcohol kind of thing. Because it's 30, it's not, like, you know, obviously not a full 40 or anything like that, but for the kind of person that I think would want to drink like that, this is the percentage that they should do a shot for. And with that regard, maybe they drink it and they're like, yo, this was fun, and now I'm having a good time. For the classically inclined rum drinker, stay away. Definitely don't sip this. Like, I mean, unless you really just kind of like that fake pineapple taste, maybe it's for you, not for me. But kind of fun to try, fun to have around. One of those ones, again, that's good at parties because you can have people try it and be like, what do you think? I think it's bad. Do you think it's good? Different opinions are fun. Let's go ahead and wrap it up with our final option. So we have here the Glenlivet Caribbean Reserve. So this is a Glenlivet, I don't want to say reject, but let's just say not primary scotch that they've made at Glenlivet. But this time they've aged it in bottles that held Caribbean rum is the exact sort of wording on that. Fun fact, my first order of an alcoholic beverage, definitely a dinner one, was a Glenlivet 12. So it's actually my first scotch ever made. Looking at the pricing on this comes in like 3/4 of the price of a Glenlivet 12. So we shouldn't be expecting top-notch anything here, but we do like rum as mentioned. So let's see if the combination of the single malt with the rum barrels gives us anything fun, or if it's just sort of a making a bad product worse situation. Try it out. Pricing wise, again, I mentioned on the comparison of the Glenlivet 12, this was at my Costco and they had like a buy 2 bottles get $5 off each thing, and I was already buying one of them and I saw this and tried it. So let's see if that factors in at all, but otherwise, I don't know. We're just gonna have fun with this one. I mean, it smells like single malt. Let's try it. Tastes like single malt. I don't know if I'd pass a blind taste test on this one, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I'm trying to look for any kind of rum influence on it. Is it a little bit sweeter? Do I get any of the sugar cane from that distilling process? Just aging it in the barrel, is that really going to do much? My initial thought is not much. But even a Glenlivet reject, you know, not even a Glenlivet 12 is pretty decent single malt if you're into that kind of thing. Honestly, man, it just kind of tastes like single malt to me. That's all there really is to it. Not bad, not the best single malt I've ever had, obviously, but it's not particularly burning. Doesn't really taste like super smoky or anything like that. Peaty. This is pretty clean overall, but is that what you want? Did you want it to taste more like a Mai Tai with a single malt? I don't know. I don't know exactly what I was expecting. I kind of ended up just getting a decently cheap single malt, and I don't hate that outcome for me. but I don't really understand the purpose of this product otherwise, so it's fine. I might keep drinking it. What exactly was the intent here? Save money, use some barrels lying around, repurpose mid-scotch. I don't know. It worked out well for me. If you get it on a good deal, like, it's still pretty decent single malt. It's just like, it's not something you're really going to be impressing people with. If you could tell the difference between this and just normal Glenlivet, like, what is the rum influence on here? I'd love to hear about it. Put it in the comments if that's still a thing people do, but I don't know, man. It's just kind of what it is. It's probably going to do it. I'm going to keep drinking it, though. But let me know as well in the comments if there are other things you've heard about you want to see me check out. I do occasional videos for special one-off products, and I'll try to do at least half yearly on these, maybe more, depending on what the interest level is. But as always, please drink responsibly.